on my water bag. Let's go!
Oh no. What? Oh no. All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. This is Brandon taking a look at another episode of Ned's Declassified today. This one is called Study Hall. I'm not sure what to make of it. I don't know what they're going to do with this episode. It could be almost anything, so I'm really going into it blind big time. Study hall is not a term I really even hear anymore, just a totally unstructured time of just studying. You don't really see that anymore in most schools. Even if there is a part of the day that's not devoted to a particular class, you're going to see some really strategic remediation or some other things to help students, not just sort of an open-ended study hall where nothing's really going on. Now, back in the day as a student, I do remember hearing about that study hall period or whatever, just a totally unstructured time like that, but I don't really see it today. But I'm guessing they're going to have it here in Ned's Declassified, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. Just a reminder to subscribe to the channel. If you're not yet a subscriber, do me a favor and click the button below to become one. Let's get right into the episode.
Besides lunch, everyone's favorite class is study hall. It's a time to hit the books, conquer your homework, or contemplate the meaning of school.
Contemplate the meaning of school. If there were a study hall like he's describing, it would be a good place to do homework and such, but I suspect there's going to be some other antics here and they're not going to use their time wisely. Again, this is part of the reason that a lot of schools don't really have this anymore, or at the very least they don't call it that, or they use it for other purposes that are a little bit better. But let's see what happens here.
So what should we do today in study hall? Guide, goof, or gap?
Well, I have to
See
wear
there?
this stupid traction device twice a day for 20 minutes because I pinched a nerve wearing your stupid maxoskeleton.
Ah.
Well, I'm gonna do something I've never done in study hall. Study. I'm sorry. We thought you were Ned Bigby. Our mistake. I've been having a lot of trouble with my tests lately.
What's the trouble?
I haven't been passing any.
Yeah, that is true. I remember a few episodes ago, I think the title was Failing, where the counselor had to keep checking up on him because he was failing classes. And yeah, I mean, Ned doesn't typically do that great in school from the different episodes that I've seen. So yeah, he probably does need to study.
I've got a big English test next period, so it's just gonna be me, these notes, and the calm serenity of study hall.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, and this is really, really, really wild. I won't say it will never happen. If the school is doing anything right and there's a decent teacher in there, this would never happen. I have seen a scene like this before in schools in the past where the teacher just wasn't doing their job, or there was a substitute teacher that was just awful. Not quite this bad, though. This would be really, really awful, comically awful. He's not going to get much studying done in this environment for sure. And I'll probably say this a few more times. This, again, is the reason that the study hall period doesn't really happen anymore, but let's keep going. Study hall.
Can't study with all this noise. Block it.
And you know, I see this in TV shows and movies where kids are just throwing paper. Like, even if that happened, I don't see kids just throwing paper for minutes on end and they just keep going and going and they don't get bored and they don't get tired of that and they just keep on doing it just indefinitely. Not too terribly realistic. I have seen paper throwing before, not a whole lot, but it wouldn't look quite like this. This is really insane, and I'm like, where is the teacher or the adult in the room? Surely they are somewhere. And usually the teachers at Polk Middle School and Mr. Krubbs, they would not allow anything like this to happen ever. So I'm wondering, like, what is going on with this study hall period?
Just focus and the noise will go away.
Really?
Focus. Focus.
Come on. Where's the teacher at?
Focus.
Quiet down.
Okay.
And don't talk loudly or I'll get my freak on. I will too. Toss me a lollipop. Grape.
This guy is awful. I don't know who this guy is. I think I've seen him in this show before, but I don't really remember him very much at all. He is awful. He hasn't even really done anything yet, and he's just terrible. What?
Study hall is also a time to talk quietly with friends.
Connect with a friend quietly in study hall. Yeah, I guess. Again, I'm having a hard time kind of relating to this because, again, most schools don't have just totally unstructured time like this. But yeah, I suppose, I mean, quietly, you don't want to disrupt, because if this existed, it would be devoted to homework time, getting your work done. Some schools do have something like this, but they would call it something different, and they would be a lot more strategic about what students did. They might be making up a test that they missed or getting extra help from teachers, but they wouldn't just be sitting around like this while the teacher ignores them. And this guy, I don't know what his name is, the adult in the room, is just awful.
Because nothing is going to get in the way of my studying in study hall.
Okay.
Hey, Ned, what's up?
Okay, well, I don't think he's going to be able to focus on his work now if the last several episodes are any indication. Let's see what happens here.
Vanessa?
Hey, meet me in the bathroom in 20 minutes. I want to talk.
But I'm in class.
Ask for the bathroom pass.
But I don't have to go to the bathroom. Right. I won't go to the bathroom. I'll meet you instead.
20 minutes.
Yeah, and unfortunately this does happen. We call it skipping class. If you're asking to go to the restroom and then you go someplace else, I mean, that is a big problem. Some students do try to do that just to see their friends or whatever, or because they don't want to be in class at that time. That is something that unfortunately does happen in real life.
Okay, I can survive.
Oh, goodness.
What?
And if she really has to do that, I would question whether she really needs to be in school. Students that do have serious injuries or need some sort of treatment like that would not really do that at school. And if their injury was serious enough, they can go to school from home, believe it or not, for a period of time if they have something really serious. But given that she's able to walk around and kind of interact with people, she just needs to go to some sort of therapy or some sort of physical rehab. I really don't know. I'm not an expert in that myself, but she doesn't need to be doing this at school. I don't see that happening. She would go for her physical therapy or whatever she needs to do and have this done.
Not like I have some kind of disease or something. You guys can still talk to me.
It does look kind of strange.
Hi, Jennifer. What do you say we let some light in here?
Oh boy.
So, what do you want to
Come
talk
on.
about?
No talking. Just pain.
Ned, are you listening to me?
Of course I am.
Then what was I just talking about?
Uh-oh.
You were wondering whether I was listening to you or not.
Before that, corn? If you didn't want to talk, Ned, you could have just said so.
Uh-oh.
We could just talk later.
Painful tip learned. If you've got a friend who wants to chat and you've got to study, just tell them you'll...
Yeah, that is good advice. A lot of students do struggle with that, time management and focusing on their work. That is very true, particularly in middle school. He's absolutely right about that.
Or find a quiet spot away from the action.
Hey, Ned. What are you doing in study
Oh,
hall?
no.
Studying? Isn't that weird? Well, I guess it's not that weird. Earlier we really saw flamingos' legs are in reverse. They walk forwards like we walk backwards. That's weird. You know what else?
And you know what's funny is that's one of the slowest I've heard Martin talk, actually. He's usually much faster than that, particularly when that little Martin Corley music theme is going.
Can I have the bathroom pass?
Okay.
Wait, where are you going?
To my seat.
Then why do you need to pass?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna need to use the bathroom in 15 minutes.
Yeah, it probably shouldn't have said that. He doesn't need to do this. He could talk to Vanessa some other time or at lunch or after school or whatever. He doesn't need to skip class, which is what he would be doing if he does this. And clearly he's not accustomed to doing this because he says, oh, I don't need to go now. I need to go in 15 minutes. Yeah, that's a red flag there. But hey, this teacher is just awful enough to where he may just go along with it. I don't know, but let's find out.
You can't hog the bathroom pass. Another student may need it.
Yeah,
but it's
true.
an emergency.
Hold
Oh,
that
no.
toot. This is an emergency.
Yeah.
Go, Timmy. Go to the bathroom and take your time.
But he's gonna be gone all period.
That's the thanks I get for saving your life.
That's pretty funny. Which that character was featured a couple episodes ago. If you saw it, it was pretty funny. And it's funny here what he says, I just saved your life by getting him out of there. That's hilarious.
You can have the bathroom pass when and if he gets back.
If he gets back.
Okay. Still plenty of time to study for the big test as long as no one else bothers me.
Okay.
Focus on my notes.
Bloomer.
Hey, Bigby, we're bored, so give us one of your stupid tips.
If you're bored in study hall, play a game. Like paper football.
I'm very surprised that he asked Ned for a tip that Loomer did. Not usually what happens. He couldn't care less about Ned and his tips, but he's that bored, I guess. And he mentions playing paper football. Again, I haven't seen schools really just have a time waster like this. They're just not going to do it. But yeah, I suppose I do remember doing that in middle school. I haven't seen that done in quite a long time with the paper football. Let me know in the comments if you all ever did that.
Or three-coin soccer.
Great, so let's play. Bigby in the middle.
Oh boy. Okay, alright, that's just straight up bullying. There needs to be a consequence for that, but I'm guessing this teacher, whoever they are, they're not going to do anything about it.
Martin, grab a seat. Let's talk. You have nothing to say? You never stop talking.
True.
Talk to me. Come on, tell me what's weird, Martin. You?
And that's probably the meanest I've ever heard Martin be. He's usually very, very nice. One of the most positive characters in this show, and he says that, And again, she wouldn't be doing this at school. There's no reason to do this at school. It's sort of a liability on the school's part, because if you saw a minute ago the teacher accidentally hurt her, that's a huge problem. You just don't do stuff like this at school. She would be doing this either at home under her doctor's instructions or at some sort of physical therapy office.
You can't catch pinched nerve, people! Cookie, talk now.
I need to get out of class to see Vanessa. And you're right under the duct entrance.
What's she gonna
Chat
do?
more. Everybody's avoiding me like I'm a mad cow or something.
Sorry, but I need you to create a teacher diversion.
Uh-oh.
Tell Mr. Lowe you need to refill your water bag.
But it's not empty.
True.
It is now.
What's he doing? Okay. I'm like, what is he doing with all these textbooks? He's in this air duct, which I've seen several times before on the show. The biggest air duct I've ever seen. And somehow the teacher, or whoever that guy was, I'm not convinced he's even a teacher, but he didn't notice that at all. This is like the worst situation ever that I've ever seen on here.
Perfect.
How's he getting through that little hole? Well, maybe it's not so little.
Yes! Free!
Sit down, Simon. I am really, really angry now.
And he didn't see him get up there. I'm not sure how that worked.
Hey, can I fill up my water bag or not?
Sure.
Oh, he's got another one.
I know what you...
And a lot of teachers don't let more than one go at a time, or maybe he has like a one boy and one girl system at a time. I've seen teachers do that before, but a lot of teachers don't have more than one bathroom pass, and they just let one go at a time, which I do understand, especially with all this stuff going on.
But she has a medical emergency, and the one pass at a rule time does not apply.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that is kind of what I was thinking. One pass at a time rule does not apply. And yeah, if it really were a medical emergency, yeah, but it kind of isn't, because she's been walking around normally and doing her normal activities. And again, she wouldn't be doing that at school.
No! Wait, I have another idea.
Medical emergency?
Yes!
Is that his idea?
If you're in a loud place and need to concentrate, use headphones. They also act as a great keep away sign.
Yeah, that is true, I guess. Again, if you were in this situation and you had headphones, which a lot of schools do keep that, particularly with the prevalence of computers and Chromebooks and laptops and stuff and iPads in class, you do have more headphones and earbuds and stuff like that that are used in class.
Hey, Ned, you know what else is weird? Oh, you're busy.
I guess it worked.
I I don't even have these plugged into anything.
Oh no. Uh-oh. More bullying. What?
These hot, cheesy puffs are aptly named. If only I had a drink of water to douse
Oh no.
my burning...
Oh no. Oh man, and it kind of reminds me of one of the first episodes I saw with Krubs. I think it was the first episode that I saw with him where he was investigating they called it Cheetle, which is just like the cheese dust off of the cheese puffs. It's pretty funny. And now he's going to drink this water. I certainly hope not. This guy is like the worst teacher I've ever seen. What's he oh, no. Yeah. And, you know, that would probably be a potential firing, but I didn't really start a counter on this guy. He would probably have so many just from pure neglect of all these different things happening. It'd probably be on, I don't know, 10 or so, but I guess it's too late now to count those up. Let's keep going.
I have a medical emergency. I need to get out of class.
Cook, how dumb do you think I look?
Oh boy.
Fire! I'm on fire again!
What?
Another way to create some privacy in study hall is the classic book barrier. It separates you from the craziness.
Okay.
Most of the time.
Look at Cookie's face. Like, what is he doing? It's a little too much there.
Cookie, I have to study these notes for a big test next period.
And they're just throwing paper at each other just over and over. Like, they almost haven't stopped since the episode started. And this guy's just eating Cheetos. He needs to be fired. He needs to be fired. Like that day. He doesn't need to come back ever. They don't really need to do this study hall either, but that's another issue. Let's keep going.
I need you to help me sneak past Lo.
No, I'm studying, and all the crying and begging in the world won't change my mind.
Please, please, please. I'm supposed to meet Vanessa in 10 minutes. Please.
Uh-oh.
Please. I need to meet Vanessa
Still going.
in 3 minutes.
Okay, I'll help. Mr. Lowe is blind without his
Mr.
glasses.
Lowe.
Get them off, and you can do anything.
Right. So you get Mr. Lowe to take off his glasses, and I'll sneak out.
Mr. Lowe.
I'm glad you stopped by, Ned. I've been meaning to talk to you.
Really?
I hear you write a guide that helps people. Believe it or not, I need help.
Really?
It all started when I was 5 years old.
2 minutes.
When I lost my beloved Captain Clucky.
What?
Mr. Lowe. Do you want to get rid of all your problems?
Oh, he's going to make the solution taking off his glasses. Okay, got it. I suspect that when Vanessa finally does talk to Cookie, if she does sometime in this episode, that it's going to be something mundane and kind of useless. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see.
Lose the glasses and get yourself some contacts.
There it is.
It's a new you.
I know I look amazing without my glasses, but I can't see too good without them.
You can hear, though.
Where do you think you're going, Cook?
Oh, come on. How'd you know?
My eyes are so bad, I have an overdeveloped sense of hearing.
There you go.
Thanks for your help, Ned. I'm gonna give you an A for this.
That's bad too, and I don't think you get a grade for that, or do you? Again, I don't have as much experience with this study hall class, whatever it's supposed to be, and he's just giving a grade out for just giving him a little tip. That's pretty bad as well.
This is study hall. We don't get grades.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I give grades right up here.
That doesn't make any
Now,
sense.
is there anything I can do for you?
Let
Actually,
Cookie out
I
of
have a big
class.
test next period, and I really need to study.
Oh, okay.
Say no more, Ned. Sit at my desk. No one will bother you up here.
That's weird also.
Wait a minute until I'm supposed to meet Vanessa.
If I don't talk to somebody in study hall, I'm gonna jump out a window.
Oh, there's another
That's a great
idea.
Thanks. I'll jump out the window and meet Vanessa.
And I guess with this guy, I mean, you can pretty much do anything. He's already gone up in the ceiling without him noticing.
This desk is perfect. I can actually focus on my studying.
Okay.
Still gonna ace that English test. Talk to me!
Oh no, not again.
Stuck on the bag! You are stuck on my water bag. Let go!
Oh no. What? Oh no. Oh, that's awful.
So, one last big study hall tip. If you're looking for some peace and quiet, ask to go to the library. No one will bother you, and it's safer.
I mean, that is true. The library, or media center, as it's more commonly known now, is a good place for that if you, for some odd reason, have that kind of time and your teacher allows you to do so. A lot of times you wouldn't be able to do that because you've got class going on and not study hall, whatever that means. But that is very true.
Oh!
Is this the end? Nope.
Well, at least nobody will bother him in study hall now.
But my test was yesterday!
They all have it. All right, well, that was it. And I guess Cookie never did get to talk to Vanessa, so there really wasn't anything. My suspicion was that either he wasn't going to talk to her at all, or maybe he would go out there and think it was going to be really important and it was really, you know, almost nothing. But now she may be upset with him. Not sure. I guess we'll find out on the next episode. And I think I only have 2 left in season 2, actually. And then we'll be on the 3rd and final season of Ned's Declassified. Very excited about that. Just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, but you enjoy my content, take a moment and click the button below to become a subscriber. I do greatly appreciate that. I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, and I'll see you on the next one here on School Principal Reacts. Thanks for watching.